Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. In this one, I'm going to be sharing with you how I make my envelope seal stickers. And I make these every quarter or so, depending on what the season is. And I'll change it so that it is themed. So this month it is going to be the Christmas sticker. And I'm going to share with you how I go through the process of designing them in Design Space, putting them all together and then cutting them out on my Cricut. So without any further ado, let's jump on in to the video. Here we are then in Design Space, and I have two stickers on the screen that I've made already, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my third design. So I like to make my stickers 3 centimeters square, and that's because it's a decent size to go on the back of an envelope and use it as a seal, and also it's a good size for printing because it allows me to fit quite a lot onto a single sheet of sticker paper. So the first thing that I normally do is come over here to shapes, and I get this rounded cornered square, and what I do with that is make it quite big on my screen to start with. So I will then choose a background colour for it. I think I might go with a bubblegum pink, and I'm going to choose another pink Christmas design. So let's go into images, and I'm going to go into, oh look at all these it's brought up for me, but they are all Christmas trees. I don't really just want Christmas trees, so let's go to the advanced search, and as you can see I've already searched for pink Christmas, so let's choose that one again. What do I fancy? Let's have a look. There's so many gorgeous designs. I don't want another tree though, even though there are loads of really nice Christmas trees on here. Let's choose something a little bit different if we can. I'm just scrolling through. There's so many trees, look at them all. Spoilt for choice really, aren't we? I do like things that have got a really nice bold outline on them, like this. This is nice actually. Let's go with that. So we add it to the canvas, and then we'll go back to our canvas, and we can bring that onto the centre of our square. We want to make it quite big, so just about there looks perfect to me. Then I'm going to use some text just to write the name of my Etsy shop at the bottom, and I've been using this font called BFC Foxy something or other, I think it is. What's it called? BFC Foxy, that's all it's called. That's exciting. Let's type in the name of my Etsy store, put it onto one line, or should we go for 2 on this one? Let's go for 2 on this one and make it a little bit different. Make that a little bit smaller. I'm leaving it black because this really blends in well with this nice bold outline on this Christmas bauble, and then the name at the bottom as well. I'm going to just select everything and just check it's all centered properly. There we go, perfect. So now I'm going to select all of that. On the right hand side in the layers panel, the 3 layers that I'm using are selected. I'm going to come down to the bottom and click on flatten. Then I'm going to shrink this down to be 3 centimeters square. Let's see if I can do it with the mouse without having to type in. I'm not very good at this normally. Not quite. Let's just do it as 3. So there we go. That is the actual size of it. Let's go back up to the top where all the others are chilling out. So we've got 3 designs now. The next thing to do is work out how many to get onto a page. Now, there's been so many different changes to the way Print Then Cut works. It was a case that I used to be able to get 5 stickers across and 8 deep, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. So I'm just going to go through to make, and what I'm going to do is use the Project Copies button at the top just to get it to work out where they are and place them. And what I may find is that some will go on to a second page, but I may be able to move those manually, so we'll see. So let's put in 10 copies of this and see what happens. So that's not quite enough. Let's put in 20 copies. That's going to be too many, so that's fine. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those, so I don't want it to be like that. I want 15. Yeah, that's what I want. And then I've got 3 gingerbreads, 3 trees, and then I've got this extra row here at the bottom on the second page, which I'm going to bring it down to here. Now I think when I move these onto my first page I may get a slight overlap, so I'm going to have to move those manually. So I'm going to use this zoom at the bottom to just zoom really in on my project. Now I can move them manually and hopefully they will work, because as you can see the cuttable area is depicted by this dotted red line, and I'm not overlapping that, and I'm not overlapping any of my stickers either, so hopefully this is going to work. Let's click on to continue, and then what I want to do now is send it to the printer. So I'm going to be using a glossy sticker paper today for these, and I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to send it to the printer, but I'm not going to click print because I need to put my sticker paper into my printer. So if I click on send to printer, it's going to show me this page, which basically is talking about the registration marks that will print onto your paper when it comes out. So you'll get 4 corners, and in the one corner you've also got this little triangle, and that is just to show you the top left corner of your design, so you make sure that you get your piece of card or paper or sticker paper or whatever the right way round when you are putting it onto your mat. So once we're happy that we understand the registration marks, we can click on next, and then we need to choose the correct printer for our design. So at the moment this is on my label printer, so I'm just going to click here and choose the one I'm going to use. I'm going to leave bleed on. Bleed is just an extra layer of print around the edge of your design, which just means that you're going to have a full colour print up to where your cut takes place. You can turn it off if you want to, but I usually just leave it on. The next thing I'm going to do then is come here and click on this toggle to use system dialog, and then I'll click on print. Now a little box is going to pop up, and this is my printer's setting page. Yours is probably going to look different to mine, but I am going to scroll all the way down now to where it says printer options, and you want to find your print settings, because what you'll need to do, and this is really important, is choose the correct type of paper or sticker paper, whatever it is that you are printing on. Now with the sticker paper that I'm using, when I use it on the plain paper setting it comes out quite dull. If I choose the either the ultra glossy or the premium glossy setting, it comes out really vibrant and looks amazing. So that's what I'm going to choose today. I'm going to click on OK. Now it's important that I don't click on print now until my paper is in my machine. So I'm going to show you the one I'm using once I've printed it out, but I'm going to put my sticker paper into my printer now and click on print, and then once that's printed I'll show you what it looks like at my desk. This is the sticker paper that I use then, and this is the one I've been using for at least 5 years. I'm probably on my 3rd or 4th packet of this, but it is Koala brand. I get it from Amazon. I think it's like £13 for 100 sheets, so it's pretty decent price, and it is especially for inkjet printers. So that is also important when you're buying cardstock or sticker paper or anything that you're going to print on. You need to make sure that it is made for the type of printer that you're using. So sometimes you'll see that it'll say that it's made for a an inkjet printer, or you'll see that it's made for a toner printer, so that's important as well. But I'll link all this stuff down below for you. But my print has finished, and I'm going to show it to you now. It has come out lovely. It is very, very vibrant and looks fantastic. And these are going to be nice for a little change, because the ones that I'm just using up the last few of that I made last year are these ones, and they're very Christmassy in colour, but this one, I think the pinks are quite nice for a bit of a change. So as you can see at the bottom, there was a gap, wasn't there, when we put these together. Now the reason that they are touching one another is because of the bleed. So I'm hoping that when these cut, they're not going to cut off the bottom of this sticker here. It should be okay, I think, but we're going to find out now. So let's grab a cutting mat, and all I'm going to do is pop that up in the corner just like normal, and that is that little triangle that I was talking to you about when we first started to print that. I'm going to get my brayer and I'm just going to run my brayer over that there. Let's go back to Design Space. Now that our print has finished, you can see it comes up on the screen with this verify print quality page, and it just gives you some pointers to look for when you are coming to cut out your project. So you just need to make sure you've got your registration marks really, and everything else should be all good. I'm going to click on done. So now we need to choose our material setting to cut with. So there are a few different ways of doing this, and the one that I choose is to treat it like it's a vinyl. So when you're cutting a vinyl of the self-adhesive variety, you will cut through the top layer and leave the backing paper. And I thought to myself, okay, so why don't we do that with sticker paper, because it's basically the same thing. So what I do is choose Premium Outdoor Vinyl, and then I just pop it into my machine. I am using my deep cut blade today actually, which is the black one, and I'm going to just pop this into the machine and cut it out now. Once you've inserted your mat into your machine, you are going to wait for it to register, and then you're going to click on your go button. Now what's going to happen is your machine is going to look through its little lens at your design, and it's going to work out where those registration marks are. So you're going to see it light up underneath, and it'll just go backwards and forwards for about a minute, and then once it's done that, it will start cutting your design. Just before we remove our mat from the machine, we want to make sure that our cut has been successful. So the best way to do this is just bend your mat back ever so slightly and lift up your cut. And then you'll just want to just double check that your stickers have cut, and these have done perfectly. So now we can eject the mat. If your stickers have not cut completely how you want them to, then what you'll need to do, leave the mat inserted in the machine and just press that sticker paper back down onto your mat nicely, and then just hit the go button again. Just make sure that you haven't ejected your mat, and then your machine isn't going to rescan, it's just going to recut and do the cutting portion again, and then it should 9 times out of 10 be okay and will cut through your material. Let's eject this one and take a quick look at the stickers and drop things on the floor. These look fantastic. I'm so pleased with how they've turned out. I'm just going to take them off the mat. As you can see, we have achieved a perfect kiss cut with this cut, and that means that these stickers are going to stay on the sticker sheet rather than being completely die cut. So they are going to be perfect for me just to put in my packaging and on my packaging when I'm sending out my Etsy orders. I hope you have found this video to be helpful. If you have, I would love to see you make some stickers like these. If you do make some, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I am at Gemma Elizabeth YT, and you'll be able to see all of my posts on there as well if you want to. But today, this is it. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon for another one. Take care of yourselves. Bye!